it's fantastic that you are doing this telling an anecdote thing, because it's so difficult for many people, including us teachers, including us when we speak in our mother tongue. At least it's my experience. I've never feel comfortable telling a story that's longer than, say, 5 or 6 sentences long.
Yeah.
So
You have to be kind of a entertainer for that.
yes, but in English it sounds so good when you can pull it off and you can use all those narrative tenses. So you set the scene and then you go back into the past and then the main story and then all those linkers. It's such a knack.
Oh yeah, so there's
Such a
also
skill.
linkers in the first one. So okay,
Mm.
I guess I'll just take a
I
look at
think
the
she'll
first
love
one.
it. But sometimes they think they need one thing, and it turns out, like from your perspective, they need something completely different. They say, "Oh, I don't actually need I don't actually need to make small talk. Like I know how to do it." And then you see, or they don't know how to introduce themselves. So they might say, "Oh, I know exactly how to introduce them myself," and then they say, "I'm graduated in faculty," or then, "Oh, well, wait." So.
Graduate in the faculty.
Yes, I am graduated. So yeah, this is something I am specialized, or things like that are very common in Serbian students in particular. So go over their needs as many times as you feel you need to. If you see that there are some recurring issues, or if not, but let's say you are working on conditionals. And of course, the third conditional is going to be a nightmare. So they say, I'll never be able to pull this off. But then you ask them to prepare for the next lesson. So think about real situations and how you can use the third conditional, like in a normal sentences that apply to you. For instance, present them with a few questions. Say, what would you have done? What career path would you have chosen if you hadn't?
Oh
I
yes,
don't know,
I think this
something
was in
something.
one of your documents you've sent me a long time ago. I
Yeah,
remember that
probably.
because it was a good question.
Yeah.
What would what would you have done as a
Mm,
career for a
yeah,
career?
for instance. Or mixed conditional. How would your life look now if you hadn't chosen this and that? If you're out of ideas, what questions to ask, you can always type grammar that you're working on and conversation questions. Let's say you want to, let me see, I can share my screen. And when I'm doing that, I'm so quiet. It's almost creepy. So let's say present perfect, past simple, conversation questions. And voila. Okay, in this on this page there's more. But what they
Okay.
use is this is something that this is the one of my go-to grammar pages for levels up to C1 2. Perfect English grammar. Yeah.
So eflideas.com.
No, perfect English grammar, but they just use their material. You
Oh,
see? Perfect
oh,
English
uh-huh.
grammar. Let me put it
Perfect
into,
English.
yeah.
Okay.
And they have a really good grammar for up to C1 2 levels. So here you can see, I mean, this is just one of the, I just opened the EFL Ideas, this website, but there's more. And let's see, I haven't opened this one before. This is a random wheel, one of
Wow.
yeah. Okay, you can do that way, but I don't. I just take questions. And I mean, for past simple and
Oh,
present perfect, it's so easy to come up with ideas. Maybe for
yeah.
me, because I've been doing this for like 13, 14 years, but
Uh-huh.
you will see, you'll get the hang of it really quickly. So you see, did you do anything interesting last weekend? I mean, we use past simple on a
Yes,
daily
yes.
basis,
Well,
or
yeah, it's like a toolkit.
yeah, or
So,
when you started this topic of experiences, have you ever been to Japan? Radha has, so she'll say, yes, I have. And then, when did you go there? So I went there last year in I forgot in what month, but she has really fond memories of this place. She really loved it, so you might want to ask her about that, for instance.
Okay.
It's really
Ask about
applicable.
Japan.
Ask her about Japan
Mhm.
because she said that she loved it. The reason why I like Lingua House materials is because they provide you with these conversation topics and questions.
Yeah, yeah.
So grammar as well.
Yeah, they're so amazing, actually.
Yeah, I love them as well. Yeah. Let's say modals of ability, questions, conversation
Mhm.
questions.
Okay.
We should be more specific. And I feel there are, I mean, some of the questions are very basic, but in many cases, even B2 students need something super basic. You know how often I hear from B2 plus students, for example, today we had, you see, can conversation questions. Easy peasy. Today I had like a review summary session with
Hmm.
the BizEng groups, and my B2 C1 girls, who are absolutely brilliant, explained the words that they'd chosen in this way. So it's adjective, so it's noun. So you see, this is a very basic mistake, right? This is something that we teach at basic levels like A1, A2, but even they get it wrong. So,
Hmm.
okay, so what's missing here? Ah, the article. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they know, but it's different when you speak.
Yeah, so they know in theory, but it's just that maybe a habit, like a bad
Yes,
habit.
exactly. Oh, keep in mind, in our defense, Serbian doesn't really have articles
Yeah, we don't either.
either. Oh, is that so? I didn't know.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So grammatically, our languages are actually very similar, I think.
Can you say something in Latvian? Like, hi, how are you?
Čau, kā iet?
Ciao,
Uh,
kajet, and we say ciao, kakosi. Huh.
Kako si?
Ah, great.
See? Yeah, kako
Awesome.
si?
How
Yeah,
do you
that's
ask what's your name?
kā tevi sauc?
Kate,
Kā
kate,
tevi sauc?
katevi sauc. What does that literally mean?
Kā, how, tevi, you, uh, kā tevi sauc, how you name. Uh, how
We
your
would
name.
say kako se zoveš, so it's like it's literally translated as a how, also how, and this is why you are going to hear we make mistakes like I don't know how to call it. That's why, because we don't use what, we use how in Serbian, so this is
Okay.
very influenced by that. So not what do you call it, but how do you call it? This is a
Uh,
like one of the most typical mistakes, and I've never had a student who said that right. Although
mm,
I work with some super advanced students, like
mhm,
even C2. That was scary,
mhm.
really challenging and really fun.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so I was so happy to be able to
Intimidating.
correct something. Like, yes, you said, how do you call it? Yes, I can correct you.
Yeah.
So I've got something else that I wanted to tell you, but I think that's all. Like, you can encourage them to prepare like 10 or 15 minutes ish before the lesson by either setting up some questions for them to answer, or think how
Mhm,
they would use the new grammar or
mhm,
vocabulary in their
mhm.
own sentences. Although this
Oh,
is their homework, they don't generally do their homework much.
yeah, just maybe preparation is, uh, I
But
mean,
that's a
before the
key.
lesson. Yeah.
That's so important. It's so useful to me, um, let alone to somebody who doesn't really speak English much.
Oh, you
Um,
don't? Oh, well, I mean, you have so
I mean,
many
I
students.
mean, I do, but I mean, like
Oh, so,
preparation works miracles for me, and I speak English on
mhm,
a daily basis, and I've been studying English for 30 years now. Yeah,
yeah.
over 30
So,
years
do you
now.
sometimes think in English as well?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think I would be
Same.
able to pull it all off. And you?
Yeah. Yes, because I read only in English, so it's I try to
Mm,
read almost every day, So
Hmm.
I have this habit of thinking English, but when I'm with my friends or something with family, of course I don't anymore.
Yeah, of course, then it's okay to switch.
Yes,
You
it's
don't want to
allowed.
be like a total freak.
Yes, so sometimes I do catch myself making really strange sentences in Latvian.
Yeah,
I'm
so I do the
devolving.
same. I do the same.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just the other day, I said something that like came off really, really weird. And
yeah.
also, I use some Serbian tenses in a really weird way. Like one of them, because we've got, I don't know if you have like this old tense, plusquamperfect.
What is the Latin name?
Plusquamperfect.
Plusquamperfect.
Yeah, it's like the old tense, and I use it the same way I would use the past perfect in English, which is not correct in Serbian, and nobody uses this tense anymore, I feel. You can find it in books, but I use it, but I use it in the way I would use the past perfect. So that's how weird it is.
Yeah, I don't think we have this.
How many tenses have you got?
I forgot.
We don't have tenses in Latvian.
We don't have the M, but of course we do. But I forgot how many tenses. Because I studied Estonian and they had like 16 tenses or something.
Jesus, but they also have cases. That's like
Those are the cases, not the tenses. Yeah.
they have 16 cases. I thought they had nine, and that was a too many.
Nine. I think Latvian has like eight or something.
Do we
Yeah.
all use all of them? We do. Yeah, we do.
So how many cases in my native language?
Can I speak
Latvian
Latvian?
declension.
I
One,
can
two,
count
three,
in
four, five,
Estonian.
six, seven. Seven cases.
And you've studied Estonian,
Yeah.
Russian, English. How many more?
Swedish.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Can you
And
speak Estonian? I
not anymore.
I can count in Estonian. Uks, koks,
Uks, kaks,
kolm. Uks,
uks,
koks,
kaks, kolm,
kolm.
Nelly,
Neli,
viis.
viis.
Uh,
Then uheksa, kaheksa,
yeah, yeah.
kolm. Kumend would be
Kumen,
20.
yeah, yes,
Kumend
20.
20.
But native speakers shorten the 20s. So they say kus, I
Mm.
forgot, but they shorten it. So, like many, yeah.
Yeah, but it's such a beautiful language. I mean, both Finnish and Estonian, and the Hungarian
Yeah.
is a little bit different. I'm not fond of
Yeah. I never
Hungarian.
understood what's wrong. What happened?
To the families, I wouldn't know, honestly.